silver and salt and well-wishing from every doctor, nurse, and patient who knew how. Word spread, and when I finally woke, clear-headed, my bed was surrounded by tokens from, it seemed, every soldier in Afghanistan. "There are many people who have reason to be grateful to you, Dr. Doyle," Dr. Sylvester said, after a particularly trying and bitter interview with my superiors, and I endeavoured to remember that. Endeavoured, with greater or lesser success, to remember that I had done good work, saved lives, was being shipped home a useless cripple. Pack mule overland, rusty steamer to Istanbul, another week in Scutari with a relapse. The young doctor there was very intrigued by the infected matter he drained from the raking wounds in my thigh, and I told him wearily to write to Dr. Sylvester with his questions. The angel of Scutari I saw only from a distance. She walked among the dying men who needed her comfort most. I was not dying, and there is nothing, not hellhounds, not even demons, angels fear so much as the fallen, their own murderous kin. When finally I was deemed strong enough for the journey to England, I was almost glad of it, for it is agonizing to be on the edge of a war in which you are forbidden to fight. My paltry belongings and I were packed on the airbark Sophie Anderson, and we began the 3-day journey home. I had never developed the Raj habit of audibly capitalizing the H, and I certainly did not feel it now, surrounded by civilian businessmen with soft hands and fishy eyes. England was not my home, and I only wished I knew where home might be. I was still so depleted that I slept something like 16 or 18 hours in the 24. But not even a stone could have slept the last leg of the journey from Paris to London. The unpleasant assortment of businessmen and invalids was increased by 2 North American colonials. One, a giant, ugly bull of a man, was drunk when they boarded, but he bothered me less than his companion, who was cold-eyed and watchful in the manner of a man who dug voraciously for others' secrets because he was hiding so many of his own. The drunken bull made a beeline for the only young woman among the passengers, the daughter of one of the businessmen. She had spent the past 2 years, I had learned from the inevitably overheard conversations, keeping house for her father in Athens. I had noticed her because she seemed another for whom England was not home with a capital H. I had seen her in the Athens Eleftherion on Lykovitos, saying tearful and animated farewells in demotic Greek to a stout henna-haired lady whom I guessed to be the housekeeper. I had seen no such vivacity from her since. She sat silently by one of the tiny portholed windows, staring out at whatever there was to be seen, and ignoring her father talking shop beside her. The American took the unfortunately vacant seat across from her and announced, in a voice loud enough that they probably heard him at the base of M. Eiffel's ridiculous and majestic mooring tower, that he was Enoch J. Drebber of Salt Lake City, Deseret, and he was very pleased to make her acquaintance. The emphasis he put on very was obscene. "And I to make yours," she said with the cold politeness that was only 1 step removed from, "How dare you?" I could have told her it was no use. Even if Enoch J. Drebber of Salt Lake City, Deseret would have heeded that cue sober, a matter which was frankly open to doubt, he was roaring drunk. He merely leaned in a little closer and began talking in a much softer voice, a voice too low to carry it all. The young lady's